Hello, Frisco. We are back with our favorite FISD candidate, Gopal Ponangi. Gopal, welcome.
Wendy, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. It's good to see you again. All right. Last time we talked about your background. This time we're going to talk about the future, your platform, your priorities, and your vision for this run at FISD Place 1. So, what is your vision for K through 12 education here in Frisco?
Yeah, so for K through 12, one of my overarching vision is that, apart from ensuring that the students excel academically or in sports or in fine arts, whichever path they would like to choose. But I would also like them to be, completely future ready in terms of, collaboration, having ability to collaborate with people, having the ability to communicate appropriately, having that team spirit, and then having the ability to innovate. Things like that are very, very important because one may be excellent in whatever path they have chosen, but unless they have these skills, they will not be able to make progress. That's why if you see in my priorities, one of the things is definitely about having the entrepreneurial skills. The reason I put everything together as an entrepreneurial skills, even though each and every student may not want to become an entrepreneur, but based on the futures that they are selecting for themselves, I think these skills are very, very important. And then we have certain things that are already available for our students. And then I would like to ensure that, they are strengthened. For instance, the independent ISM, Independent Study and Mentorship Program, and then the YEA, Young Entrepreneur Academy, or Incubator EDU. I would like to have more and more of these available for all our students so that, they will excel, whether they are having their own business, or if they are working in a corporate space, or if they're working with a bunch of friends and all. But whatever futures they choose, I think these are the skills that they all need to imbibe while they grow up.
Absolutely. As an entrepreneur, as somebody who has hired people in the past and will hire people again in the future, that foundation that education has to give, with not just book learning and those kinds of skills of knowledge, but also what it means to be a productive member of a team in the workforce. Whether you're right, whether you choose to be an entrepreneur or not, you still have to work with people, and learning those skills is so vital for our ISDs to be providing that kind of learning as well. Let's switch to you though. What do you think makes a successful ISD Board of Trustee?
Several things. One of them is, of course, to be having an ability to understand how the public education space works. So, somebody, for me, it became very easy because I was part of the Programs and Facilities Evaluation Committee, Long Range Planning Committee. I was part of the Frisco Education Foundation, volunteering there, reading the application forms for the seniors who are applying for scholarships, and then being part of my daughter's schools, whether they were in elementary, middle, or high school. So being part of that is one of the things that is very, very important, that will help them understand how things work. And another thing is, the ability to, because this is not a paid job, this is not a job in the sense, it's one of the expensive volunteering roles. So they need to ensure that, they are taking care of the family financially. That is very, very important. And then another one is, the passion to work with people, the passion to work with parents, students, teachers, staff, and the colleagues, the Board of Trustees. And then also having a good partnership. See, for instance, our school district, it excels because we have a solid partnership with our Frisco City, with our Frisco Police Department and Frisco City Council. That is why we have our kids are able to participate in or play the same space that cowboys practice in the Star. Our graduation ceremonies and all happen there too. We also have great partnerships with so many of the PGA that is coming up. Our kids will have the ability to, be in the same space where the world-class golf facilities are there. And we have the Comerica Center, the Dallas Stars. That's where they the same facility can be used. So because of the partnerships with the cities, it is very important. And also, one should have the partnerships with the legislators too, because most of the things, the framework of the public school education, public education space is all set from the top at the state level in Austin. So one should have the connections. Like for instance, I am very well connected with Matt Shaheen, Justin Holland, and other state representatives. And then, when there is any bill or anything that is coming up, or, when we are putting together our initiatives, then, we can have conversations with them and then provide what we are wanting. So, I mean, just to highlight, what exactly is needed from a trustee standpoint, I think the ability to immerse oneself with the community, with the colleagues, with the city, and with the legislators. So, that is very, very important. And most important is the ability to connect with the people, be accessible to them. You may not be able to respond each and every phone call right away, but respond to them whenever you can. And then not just listen to them, but take action too. It is very, very important to take action and then see what you can do in order to facilitate what the needs of the community are.
Right, right. And I just want to double reinforce what you've just said, in that you have relationships, and I've watched you over the last several years have relationships with, you're right, the city, the Chamber of Commerce, which reinforces that workforce idea, state representatives, which we have to have that communication that way, and then also parents. And I'm going to put students in the center. Like if there's a square and we've got students at the center, like you're touching everyone. I see you doing that out in the community and forming and building on those relationships.
Absolutely. And then to add to that, I also have this nonprofit where some of the programs are just handled by my daughter and then her friends and the students of Frisco ISD. So all I do is book a facility for them and then they take care of it. So, also giving opportunities for the next generation to become leaders.
Right, exactly. Well, my last question for you today is, and we touched on it a little bit, the role of FISD playing in the future workforce. And you talked about the YEA program, you talked about the ISM program. Go a little bit deeper for me though, and tell me what other programs you'd like to see come about here in Frisco to support that future workforce, whether it's somebody going into corporate America or someone starting their own business.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, it is very, very important for our students to understand what the future readiness looks like, right? How they need to get ready, whether it's collaboration, communication, innovation, responding, problem solving. All these are very, very important. And then some of the programs that we have mentioned before, ISM, YEA, are very, very important. And then the incubator EDU, which is available in few high schools right now, I would like it to be expanded to more and more schools. And then more participation from the community. Like I see during my, I would say sometimes listening tour, when I meet a lot of people, I also know that, we have a very rich community. A lot of people have the ability to offer back to our students. So we have a mentorship program, and then I would like more and more community members to be part of that mentorship program, and then provide their rich experience in form of mentorship to our students. So I feel very excited about it. There are a lot of things that we can all do together as a community, as a body of parents, as a body of community. We can do a lot, and then I'm very, very excited about the opportunities.
Well, thank you, Gopal. Thank you for your service the last 3 years, and here's to 3 more years of service from you. So for those of you who are watching, early voting runs April 25th through April 30th, and then again May 2nd and 3rd. And for those of you who like to vote only on election day, that is Saturday, May 7th. Go to gopalforfisd.com for all of Gopal's information, where he's going to be, his platforms, his positions. And Gopal, any final words for us today?
Yeah, one last thing is my social media handles are all Gopal for FISD, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Insta.
Yes. I follow Gopal on Instagram. I feel like such an insider.
Absolutely. And Wendy, it's such a pleasure talking to you. And
Absolutely.
thank you so much for having this opportunity for me to connect with our community.
Absolutely.
I really feel blessed.
Absolutely. Well, check us out. We'll have another video coming again soon. So we'll see you later, Frisco.
Thank you.